Right, we are back. Apologies about that one. Vexed versus Salamander, map 2, Overpass. Salamander winning that first one of Train, 16-12, I believe. And now, it is Vexed's pick of Overpass. Not the best map in the world for Salamander, it does have to be said. So far, the pistol round not going too well for them. A lot of missed shots here on the CT side. They are very aggressively into B short already. Multiple players. They could even deny a bomb plant here. Plenty of time left on the clock for Vexed to try and get things done. They are slowly tagging up these CT players, but Bodito is unnecessarily cautious of a flank being used against them. And Messi going down early now. Russ will find one. Oh, the second headshot. That is beautiful play. As now they make their way up to the A bomb site, and all of Salamander have to rotate. And Russ just keeps clicking on heads. 3 big shots for him. And he's going to be hungry for the ace here. If he can find Cray, he'll definitely want it. Cray's his teammate even, so he wouldn't want to hunt down Cray, but Adam has eliminated Aaron, and Russ, the last man on point up against Bodito, has all the information and links the man to eventually close that one out. Early utility being traded back and forth, but Corey and Aaron both default. Excuse me. Coolio. Coolio now the last man left alive. In the 1-on-4, and Messi will deal with him rather nicely, giving Vex their second before Salamander attempt this fall by here. And interestingly, Salamander can't go for it because they forced up into the last round. And they're going to try for some contact play towards Monster in the early round, but Cray is sat in the wings waiting with that AK. And Bodito about to go down now as well. Side of the smoke. Very passive play from Vex here. They know that it's likely to be just the pistols for their opponents. And the result of that is that you don't want to close down in any close range angles and let those headshots be more potent than they would otherwise be. Coolio in the corner. Not able to get anything done as Vexed already looking much more comfortable here on Overpass than they were on Train. Salamander continue to fall apart in the eco. To be expected somewhat. And Corey actually manages to get... he does manage to get the taser kill there. The Zeus coming into full effect. Getting the work done. But only one kill able to be found. Ultimately meaning that not much found by Salamander there in that eco. And Vex very keen to play these incredibly slowly. 30 seconds passed and they still haven't entered out towards playground just yet. The AWP is out for Sawsey, and again, this map is a very important one for AWPers in general, so they're going to be wanting to utilise that weapon to maximum effectiveness. He's going to be fully blind initially, but oh, he gets the collateral, the damage onto the second. And the grenade will finish Link off as well. That's a nice softened up attack now for Salamander to attempt to deal with. Russ going to have to plant in the smoke here, and that commits them to the A-bomb site. And he actually gets a lot of damage through the wall. Adam will find the full frag there. And things now begin to deteriorate as time progresses. Coolio runs straight through the smoke, completely blind. Adam's good for 2. Russ gets the follow-up, and what a misplay. The lack of utility costing Salamander the round there. They can't flash in. There's no time left. They just have to run through those smokes. And they're severely punished for it. 4 rounds early on now for Vexed. As it's Russ and Adam leading the way. 7 kills and 5 apiece. Is going to be the pause that is called in at this point in time. Each side has 4 available. I think that's across the whole series, and we had quite a few of them in the first map, so it'll be interesting to see just how many are actually available, as it is going to be the eco once again for Salamander, and theoretically speaking should be the 5th round on the board for Vexed. Thank you everyone who is following the stream. Each one of you that does so does get me all the more closer to that 1,000 follower milestone. Who knows, maybe if I hit it I might start streaming properly rather than just casting, but that'll probably drive more people away from the channel than to it. A very slow paced round from Vex. They seem to be taking a page out of Salamander's book from that last map. Whittling the time down and pushing in the late instances. Oh, and this is where these players have to go large with the Eagles. Coolio gets 1, which is more than he should have been allowed, to be honest. Do they expect a second player here? The trigger discipline. Oh, it's huge. Finds Rush, but can't convert the second. That's rough, unfortunately. It looked for a moment that he might have a little more than he bargained for. And 3 grenades up on these Salamander players could deal a lot of damage here. They've heard the plant. The nades are deployed, and Cray is eliminated by them. 3 on 2 now for the Deagles to try and contend with. Mezzy has to do a lot of work here from long. The smoke's not going to cover his angle, which means he's the man. He's going to have to shut this one down. Looks for the first kill, eventually converts onto it. And the smoke right now not in his favour, actually, as Pedito on the other side dances around, tries to do what he can, finds the first kill. And Adam, ever so close to him, he's creeping around, he's made the steps, he spams, and he gets the headshot. That is the round victory, I believe. No kit available, so he might just not have enough time here. It does... No, he should be able to close this one out. That is a huge mess there from the side of Vexed. Oh, they just fall apart in that round. They absolutely fall apart. And that's a gifted round there to Salamander. As they are going for the boost right now, but Russ isn't going to be spotting anybody. And worse still, Corey is getting aggressive. Oh, they do find the one as Bodito looks to get aggressive yet again. The flick is good at least from Russ. He converts the first kill. And they should now be able to aggress yet further into the A-bomb site of Overpass. Oh, Coolio gets aggressive through the bathrooms, but is punished off the back. Sorry. We'll get one. Tags up a second, actually, but he's in a lot of danger here. They can't aggress anymore. Russ, that's a huge missed shot, but Cray's able to convert at least. And Bodito now left in the 1v3. All the way over on the B-bomb site. Shouldn't be winnable. The save should be called here. And that should be it all over and done with. I'd probably say the T side is the more difficult one on Overpass. Red Rover. Well, the save does come through. Bodito will be able to keep that AK at least, but the economy for Salamander not looking great, it does have to be said. In the hands of Sori, I wasn't aware. Did they have to just buy that one up in the force? It's a very weird decision. Torsi, sorry. Link converts the second one as well. 2 big frags for him. And now Vexed's chances of winning this round increase exponentially. 5-1 to them. And they look to pick up their 6th here as Torsi wants to get aggressive with the AWP. Finds the first. That's the bomb carrier. Second player is going to aggress into it, but he's so alone. Gets 2. Gets 3. Sorry. What are you doing, Torsi? Look, surely not a 4th. How is he? What is he doing? How is he allowed that? The absolute monster. What on earth? What the fuck is going on? Oh dear. Another round thrown away by Vexed there. And I was thinking buying that AWP was a mistake in that round. It was just the Deagles. And he gets the quad kill on the angle. That is absolutely insane. That is ridiculous. That's going to allow Salamander to get the full buy now. Grenade deployed, does 49 damage onto Cray, perfectly placed, and Corey thinking about getting aggressive off the back of it, actually. Spots out the elbow of Cray there, and if he peeks back, could have been punished, but Corey not quite able to use the angle to full effect just yet. Three players in the B-bomb site. Finally, Salamander. Actually, they begin to rotate all of the players off here. They looked like they were going to. They just settled for the one in the end. And now they're going to have to push this A-bomb site. But a well-placed Molotov should funnel them through toilets if they aren't patient. And that is where Torzi's AWP is lying in wait. Badito on the aggressive angle as well. Flash should go over his head. Finds one as he's playing for the anti-flash. And the counter should be good for the moment to stop them pushing. At least for now, as Coolio is unable to hold A long. That angle falls. And Torzi now falling in the sight. But they tagged up so many players. Look how low everybody is. Cray on just 18. Russ on 15 himself. It's going to be one bullet per player. There or thereabouts to get this done. Russ has to be pistol perfect with the AWP, and he knows it. Timing is on Cray's side for the moment, as they are allowed to at least retreat. The guns will be saved forward. But it's another one round for Salamander. Russ buying the AWP. Well, the hero walked by. Tagged down to just 9 HP. If this HE grenade is well placed, he could go straight down here. It's going to miss initially. And it looks like Russ will be safe for now. As Vexed again, content with playing passive on this T side. I'm interested to see who you guys think in chat is going to win this map. Based on what we've seen so far in the first 8 rounds. If you'd have asked me at the end of round 5, I'd have told you Vexed are looking very likely to win this. But a couple of crucial misplays have cost them back-to-back rounds. Oh, Russ. Full blind, but the timing is good. Torzi goes down, and that could be an opener into this bomb site, actually. Badito flashed off. Going to have to play around the box perfectly. Finds Link. Can't turn left for the second frag, though, as Adam's able to recover the AK-47. And now, oh, it's the AWP even that he's decided to keep in his hands. There should be a rifle somewhere for these T's to pick up. They're just not seeing it at the moment. They can't really focus on attacking this bomb. Aaron gets the first kill. One AWP down, one remaining. Russ on 9 HP has now been spotted out. One bullet needed to deal with him, and there it goes. Adam is able to recover, however. Cray on the close angle with the Glock is all but bait, as Adam finds the frag that he needs. But 2 more. Is it too tall of a task? It is indeed. Ever so close, but denied at the last moment. And the one AWP, all that was purchased by Vexed really in this round. And they do decent economic damage with it. You believe Salamander on both the players who say, because you think that they're a bit well organised. I would say that certainly on their CT sides on train, the rotations are just coming in at basically the perfect times. Is it lagging? Let me check OBS, guys. Yeah, we're dropping some frames right now. I'm just gonna have to eat that, I'm afraid. Sorry. Oh god, it's horrible. This is fucking Brexit internet for you boys. Right. Looks to be a little more stable now. Thankfully the lag kicked in during the pause. but it looks slightly healthier now, so... Let's see. Is there a way of checking? No. Ah, there is a way of checking up there. Okay. But yeah, hopefully all but recovered on that front. And well, Salamander now just one away from tying things up at 5-5. And that would be an excellent result for them. They do obviously want to have the strong CT side available, as it is slightly more difficult on the T side, and they were looking like the much stronger CT side on train, at least. And with T side being the more difficult one to play on their opponent's map pick, they'll be trying to go hard here. I personally, chat, I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I'm personally rooting for Vexed in this one. Just because I would love to see UKCS get as far as it could. Obviously, Endpoint in with the best chance of making it into MDL, as they're playing against Alternate Tax on Tuesday. I'd love to be able to cover that one as well. But the issue is that I have another casting arrangement at 7 o'clock that evening, and the game starts at 5. So, map 1 score was 16-12. While we're in this pause, I'm just going to go to the loo quickly, guys. I'll be right back. Well, 3 for 3. So arguably, it's like just watching the start again. I for some reason I hit the mute button on my Discord. I hit my Discord mute bind and thought that would mute my OBS for some reason. So hope you all enjoyed the sound of that toilet flushing. It's arguably the most professional casting I've ever seen, but. Whoa. Trade's going either way. Corey, if you can get another one here, that would be absolutely huge. Oh, he doesn't get picked off crossing, and Rush should be aware that there's a flank about to come in here. This could get rather messy. Mezzy, the man to deal, but doesn't expect a close, tight angle. Aaron's able to capitalize, and now it's all a matter of timing, and Salamander will pick up the round. All tied up, 5-5 on Vex map pick. They can't lose this. Well, I suppose, actually, technically, they've already done the work, right? If they lose this one, they are going to drop... they would place 6th overall, is that right? And that would still get them into the relegation playoffs, I believe, so... It is getting harder for Vex. No, you're right. Salamander starting to wake up on this map. Vexed are woof. Is that supposed to be a way of saying vexed a dog? They definitely like playing the slow T sides, that's for sure. They basically don't leave T spawn until a minute's gone off the clock, which is pretty rough because it puts you in a high pressure situation in the late round. And if you're pushing onto a bomb site with sort of limited time remaining, you're more likely to make mistakes. You've got less of a margin of error, but 45 seconds left on the clock, plenty of time to get forward into that. Russ able to get the first, but Torzi replies in kind, and the Orb wants to get more aggressive here. The flash won't blind him too much, and there's a gap in that smoke. Torzi, he's been awake here on overpass. And he's continuing to frag in this round. Salamander have lost 4v3s before. It doesn't look like they're likely to lose this one, though, as Torzi, triple kill for him in the round. The momentum really starting to build now for Salamander. And they take the lead for the first time in this map. And it's almost the reverse of what happened on Train. It was Salamander to get the good start on Train, and then Vexed crept back into things, managed to tie it back up, and it looked incredibly competitive for a while. 11-11, 12-12 scorelines. But ultimately Salamander just able to pull away there in the end. I think part of it comes down to a lack of utility at the end from Vexed. They wait for about a minute to disappear off the clock, but Dito only able to get one, unfortunately. Yeah, they wait for about a minute to disappear off the clock, and then they just sort of charge towards the A bomb site. And they put their utility down, but I rarely see, you know, the Molotovs in place, the counter flashes or anything like that. Like in that last round, missed smokes, missed flashes, allowed Torzi, get some frags. It's Aaron to get some in this, assisted by Corey, whose position is now known. He has to be very careful about when he peeks here. Won't be able to find the follow-up frag. And it is the 2-on-2, but the HP of these T players is just so low. Oh, Torzi. He's been great so far. And it's the team ace for Salamander. The round robin. And now we have another pause come through. So let's have a bit of a chat. How did you guys? Oh, never mind. Maybe we won't have a very long chat. The pause is already over. Maybe there's a longer one later on. Overpass is clearly CT sided. Yeah, I do agree with you there, Tom. I believe that I mean, Vexed have slowed down a lot. 5-1. It was 5-1. I think it was 5-1. If my brain's not broken, it was 5-1. And I'm really not sure about this T-side strat, to be honest with you. Like, they just sit here and wait for a long time. You need Vexed for $1,000. That's ridiculous. I don't even have that much money in my bank account. In fact, I nearly have that much money in my bank account, but with a negative sign in front of it, mate. It's ridiculous. I imagine on places like GG.bet or whatever. Crush, the argument I sort of see with people betting on this level of CS is they sort of view it as coin flips, right? Because when you sort of dip down into tier 2, tier 3, the teams are so unknown that it might as well be a 50-50 chance. That's an argument I've seen somebody make before, at least. Russ is actually... They've got the bomb down here. Hang on. How are they still getting frags? Russ, if he gets a second one, then it's possible. He's got an AWP now, so he definitely will get it. This is going to get messy. Oh, Rush shutting them down as well. This is a thrown away round from Salamander, ever so nearly. If Link can get one with this Deagle, that should be the round done for. 3 from Russ and 2 from Link, and they win out that eco as we head into the penultimate round of the first half. Yeah, there will be better odds on these games because they're just less well-known players, right? So you're more likely to tilt it towards 50-50 on the bookmakers because if there's just less stats available, then what are you going to do? And now is Salamander have to take the eco here, so Vex should be able to tie up this scoreline, but all of Salamander are up short right now. They could explode in at any moment. It's just a case of whether or not they're going to be mowed down by the rifles. And instead, they're looking to rotate all the way around to Monster by the looks of things. Torzi has got an AWP. It's a very weird positioning. I'm just going to save the pistols and the AWP forward here. Vex will be able to tie things up once again at 7-7. Let's have a look at the scores on the doors, shall we? 17 kills for Russ, hard carrying Vexed at the moment. This is Torzi and Bodito leading the way on the side of Salamander. Let me have a look if there's any tier 2 matches, tier 2-3 matches in half an hour. I'll check HLTV for you, my brother. There might be one on at 2 AM. Yeah. In, hang on, I got to do the maths. 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 3. Yeah, so in 5 hours' time, there's an ESEA Advanced NA game. I don't think I'll be able to cover that one, though. Too early in the morning for me. Bodito this time able to get the first. Needs to retreat on such low HP, otherwise he risks overstaying his welcome as Craig. Man's get aggressive. Krieg finds 1 kill, and Aaron, he wants to try and avenge his brother. Craig doesn't seem aware that Aaron's going to continue to get aggressive, and the trades will come through at 3-3. Yeah, tell me about it. The team that's now called Chaos, right, was originally called something to do with hentai. It was originally called something like the Hentai Warriors, and then they had to change it to Bentai because they were in MDL and MDL didn't like the name. Coolio gets the first. And Aaron, he's just sat behind the barrels, able to convert. Russ gets at least 1 with the AWP. It would be heroics to save the last round of the first half, though. He will be removed. Salamander will take the round advantage in their opponent's map pick going through the first half. And ladies and gentlemen, we've now arrived at what I like to call a sellout segment. So, if you are enjoying the cast and like to see more of them, or if you think that maybe you'd like to see somebody with this voice play Counter-Strike or something on a broadcast, then go ahead and follow that that button up there, the button that says follow on it. You just click on that one, follow the channel. You get more CS action, get more broadcasts in English, and of these caliber of games that you're able to watch and enjoy. And if you like the thoughts and ravings of the voice that you're hearing right now, type !caster in the chat, and that will take you to my Twitter. Fun fact, I don't know if anybody here knows the content website Deserto. they just uploaded a YouTube video a couple of days ago, how Golden saved Fnatic CSGO twice. And I wrote that one, so you can go check that video out as well. If you like CSGO documentary style videos. Fun plus Phoenix, yeah, it's a pretty crap name as well. At first, I thought Fun Plus Phoenix was called Fun Plus Phoenix because they had a sponsorship with the OnePlus phone company, you know? I thought that would be maybe why they were called that, some kind of sponsorship activation, but I don't know if that's true or not. Probably isn't. How is CT versus T decided before the map? So, yeah, there we are. Wilski just said it. So the team, whoever picks the map, their opponent gets to pick what side they start on. It's an all-out rush into the B-bomb site in the early instance. Pressure being applied. Good for at least one headshot before going down to Torzy's P250. And there's a lot of utility still available. The flashes are good. Adam might have just saved this round, though, with this short push. Looking to get yet more aggressive. What? What is that, Adam? He found the frag through the smoke. Bodito now goes down, and Aaron is left in the 1 versus 3. And Adam is the saviour of this pistol round. He's going to beat them short now and gets the 3rd kill as well. That was insane. On the 3rd map, they do a knife round to decide the sides. Hello, Karma Penta OW. Welcome to the stream. SMGs across the board for Vexed, assisted by 2 rifles in the form of a Scat and an M4, but these pistols don't want to move very slowly, and Russ could get quickly overwhelmed here. Just a couple more bullets would deal with him nicely, and at least that damage does get done. From the grave, he will find the frag with the grenade, and Coolio is dealt with by Adam swiftly as he gets a 4K following his 3K in the last round. Four Kriegs for the T side. And their buy is actually advantageous. There's still 3 SMGs up on linked at the moment. We vibe with Vexed. I like that. That's good. That's good. That is good. Finds Adam. Russ in the site with the AUG has been instrumental so far in the map, but could get overwhelmed here. As the players... Oh, they do. So they find his head, rip it off with the Krieg, and they're not even going to commit to the A-bomb site. But interestingly enough, Kray's the man to get aggressive on the flank with the MP9, but Torzy is aware of it, is dealt with, however, unable to land the shots, and that means that Kray can't overextend and recover the rifle. Go see if Mezzi failed his smoke. Where would you that one? Oh, he saved the round! As he saved it there, Aaron has found the kill in the back, but that is an important play from Mezzi. Bomb has been planted. And it might all be over. A glimmer of hope provided, but now Kray's angle surely anticipated. And Salamander are able to pick up the round. They deal with Vexed, and Vexed have got an interesting decision to make now, because the buy, should they go for it, will be rough. Mezzi's already bought the AWP. No utility going to be available for him in this round. It's just Deagles for Adam and Russ. It's a messy one, to say the least, up against a full complement of Kriegs, led by the AK-47. The steps are being heard towards long there, and Adam actually gets baited away. He hears the last step and he flicks to the right just at the wrong time. The rotation's already called off the B-bomb site. And now the push comes through. Russ missing the opening shots, but lands the second, looking for the third too, but the ducking player in the smoke is able to avoid him, at least for the moment, as it's messy trades back and forth. Mezzy brings things under control with the frag towards toilets. Tags Corey down as well, as SGG look to put this bomb down. They will do so. Wallbangs are continually being attempted now by Mezzy. If he can find that frag, it would be so, so helpful. Just aren't aware what positions their opponents have taken here. Corey, susceptible to a flank. It's all going to be about timing right now as Mezzy pushes. Link finds the first, and Coolio, surely he knows the lineup can't do so. And Vexed, they should pick up round 10 here. There's no kit available, but just enough time for Link to be able to get it done. Hello HLK, welcome to the stream. For those of you who aren't aware, or those of you who weren't watching the first map, 16-12 to Salamander on their map pick of Train. And now we are on Vexed's pick of Overpass. Mirage being the decider should Vexed win here. The bomb actually up in connector at the minute. Adam, the man on point to try and deal with this angle, is susceptible to the early tags, doesn't want to over-aggress here. Corey will go down. And Badito could find Adam here. A couple of missed shots, but eventually they do land. And that's going to cause this CT side to be much more cautious. Out of bathrooms. The opening shot missed by Aaron means that Mezzy has yet more room to work with, and Rust on the pistols should be able to just about clean things up here as the Teagle has to reload. It's one of the more messy engagements you'll see in your lifetime, but the AWP recovered. Oh, the timing nearly there. The tag gets dealt with, but Link finds the wallbang damage, and it all goes through. What do you think the difference between these guys and Mouse Sports is? Absolutely huge. I think that on land there's an argument to make that Mouse Sports is the best team in the world at the moment. It's going to be really interesting to see what the fuck has happened to the world rankings when we're allowed LAN tournaments again. Because it's just so different online. Online CS and LAN CS are worlds apart. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens, especially when some of these major LANs are rolling around, and presumably they're going to have to take online only. Russ and Link find 2 frags. They shut Salamander out of this round fairly early on. Badito has found 1 at least. That narrows the man advantage somewhat. But Russ now holding the angle with the AWP, surely waiting for someone to peek into his crosshairs, holding the nice angle as well, basically waiting for the commitment. Mirage is the third map. I wish the third map was Cobble. Old Cobble as well. Fuck new Cobble. Salamander. They're all going to push up A long here. It's going to be a rough attempt for them. Get away with. Russ misses the opening shot. A chance, perhaps, but he's good for the follow-up. Oh, looks for the second, but somehow he's still allowed to live as he just hides behind these dumpsters. And Salamander know they're going to have trouble aggressing further. Torzi goes down, and Coolio on the Krieg. Dealt with in kind by Link as well. Yet another triple kill from the man who's having an absolutely great map right now. Salamander on the Deagle's going to go quickly. Adam going to be the man under pressure. Looks for the first, will secure it, and the rest of the players for Salamander don't want to aggress through the smoke just yet. He's going to fall back before he overstays his welcome. And with every frag, Vex look more likely to take us to a third map. Adam secures his second for the round and deploys the Molotov to protect him, at least for the moment. But Badito, he's got balls of steel. And they won't be melted by the flames either. Mezzy missing a couple of shots there, but does the damage at least as Badito on the boost is removed from the round by Russ. He turns around for the 180, but his teammates have already assisted him, and Corey with his M4A4 aggresses instead of saving. And now the pause will come through. I'm calling it now. If Vexed win this round, that's the game. We're on to Mirage, 100%. If Salamander win this round, there's going to be another buy round that they have to contend with for Vexed, at least. Maybe even two. But here's what I would say. Is that if somehow Salamander win this round, but like with a crazy play, with a 1v3, 1v4, something like that, you know, 2v4, etc., etc., then it's those kind of moments that you tend to see comebacks really built from. That's the platform that you really see you tend to see the comebacks get actuated from. So if they can get around like that, or just a total stomp onto this B bomb site, rush in and use shock and awe, then maybe there's a chance for them to come back into the map. For now, Utility will keep them away, and Link remove Torzi's AWP from the round. As it's the 4-on-5 now. Salamander attempting to force the CTs to burn through their utility, but Vexed have done a decent job of holding on to it so far. As Badito, he's going to try and go through this smoke like the madman he is. Just holding it for the moment, playing the anti-flash. As they decide to eventually aggress through, but partially blind, can't land the shot. That's the first kill afforded to Salamander, but there's two more players within the B-bomb site for them to have to remove. Info spotted, but the Kriegs unscoped, deal the damage. Corey and Badito. They find two big kills, and now Vexed in the 2-on-4 situation. Pushing this would certainly be tough. Nade doesn't yield any damage. And Coolio with that frag. Salamander secure the round. Mezzy will have to retreat now. And Salamander will get double digits at the very least. He shouldn't be able to save here. Badito. Triple kill in the round. As Vexed likely to buy here. Mezzy going to pick up an AWP, but it'll empty the bank if he does buy that weapon. And what that means... Oh, I thought it was double AWP for a second, but they just had it thrown around. And this is the round that Vexed can't afford to lose. They are going to go for the quadruple boost up towards spawn, but surely it's been too long now. Russ is waiting for it. He's waiting for it. He's waiting for it, and he's missed the shot. No, Russ. Russ, you can't do me like that. You can't expect the boost and then whiff. Adam as well, struggling to find the frags here as Coolio can push into him and convert. And now they're going to push into Link. He's waiting in the wings, finds the first, holds down left click, but isn't afforded any more frags. And now it's the 3-on-4 in favour of Salamander. They want to charge this B-bomb site, but there'd be 2 players to find. Corey, excellent flashbang assisting him to find the first. Mezzy completely smoked out, looking for a gap somewhere, anywhere. Russ has found the first kill from short, but Utility going to force him off. Mezzy has to get aggressive, does so, finds the first, finds the second! Is this the saviour that was promised? Torzi left alone, the grenade going to deal damage down to just 11. He expects Rush's position, finds the first. And now he has to look for Mezzy as well. Positioning now known, 11 HP. He'd rather have the AWP than any other weapon here. This is a second shot and Mezzy recovers. 14-10, the triple kill keeps Vexed in control. And what started with a blunder ended with a saviour. And now the pause coming through. Salamander will be able to scrape a 4-buy together. And actually, Vexed Spy is in a lot of trouble. They did win that round, but they lost the last one. And they had 4 players go down in that. So it means they're going to have to bring the SMGs forward here. He lives up to his name indeed, the King. King Mezzy. Saving the hopes and dreams. Did you just see that smoke? That just bounced straight through the Molotov. Link on the angle, gets the first. The crossfire is good from Adam. The SMG is placed perfectly. And Vexed are in control. We're going to Mirage, ladies and gents. Bedito in the 1 versus 4. He's just going to creep his way into the A-bomb site. The problem is he has no bomb control here. And his position is being held. Cray not had the best game so far, but should be able to at least pad his stats by 1 in this. He'll make his way up to double digits. 27 kills for Russ, but he's 4th on the scoreboard. Wipe that one out. How can he only have 19 points and 27 kills? What is this game? Adam gets the information and looks to finish this round before it's even begun. The smoke will delay Salamander's push for now. Ah, the stats reset for points at half time. Got you. How has he ended up in that dire situation? Corey finds Adam. The grenades yield little. The Salamander, they need 5 in a row to force overtime here on map 2. Not looking the most likely of outcomes. Salamander. Interestingly, this triple man stack on the B-bomb site could cost Vex here. The utility is going to go down on A, and it's really all going to be on Russ. He's not even in position. They just gamble stacked watching B, and they're going to give this one away by the looks of things. They know they have a lot of a safety net to work with here, and they're just going to save these 4 rifles forward. They know that they can really just give away this round to Salamander. As long as they keep these rifles up and flowing into the next round. Interestingly, though, Salamander will be allowed to survive with all 5 left alive. Not that it'll mean much, as their economy is, you know, they lose a round. They lose a round, they're out of this map. So, economy management not going to be their primary concern. Oh, Pog, Mr. Trump has arrived. Oh no, just M. Trump. Never mind, it's not the real, not the official POTUS. You imagine if Trump made a Twitch account and you just made his username Trump or some shit. Early commitment towards B short from Vexed, and they'll get the information that no one's going quick here. Oh, that's right. They haven't upgraded the Galil. They're just going to keep it. Not a decision that makes too much sense. As again, it's sort of a gamble here from Vexed on the defense. Nobody committed towards watching long. And that is where the majority of this Salamander attack will originate from. They are going to aggress into A now. It's going to be a retake for Vex to attempt this as bomb looks to be planted, but both players towards toilets actually able to deal damage. Rush following up with a frag as well. This goes very poorly, very quickly for the side of Salamander, and every frag makes it more likely that we head towards Mirage. Bodito will find one in reply, but Rush still alive and kicking in these toilets. Has the sound information that he needs. Bodito now alone will pressure the AWPer and win the opening engagement, but he'd need a 3k to find his team a way back into this round. Gets the first. No way! Oh, Mezzy! Once again, the saviour. Triple kill in the round.